Well, alright. Welcome to another one of BumpmyStump's World of Tanks Xbox One replay videos. Platooned up with Great Joe. He is in his T95. I am in the STI. And we're on Ruinberg. This is like the second time I played Ruinberg. And it was a decent game. Not great, but definitely decent. Worth recording, I think. We decide that we're going to hold the... looking at the mini-map, the south side, I guess is what you'd call it. Whatever. If you look at the map itself, I guess this would be south, right? We're going to push down here. Again, Joe is in his T95. I'm in the STI. I do not agree with the people out there that call it the ST1. It is not the ST1. It is the STI. Looking at the game there, it's a heavy tier 10 match. 18 tier 10s in the game. Hey, look at that also. You Got Denied is on my team. How you doing, buddy? I seen him in some videos before. I think I've seen him... I don't know if he makes his own videos. I think he makes his own videos, so... I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. I know I've seen that name before, I'm pretty sure. Maybe just in the forums, I don't know. But anyways, it's a fellow YouTuber. How you doing? Yag Tiger's coming across, back up out of his way. Joe and I post up right here, because we're going to see what we can see coming down here. Oh, there's a fellow STI. I just take 441 out of him. And he backs up. I guess he didn't like that. The reload time in this tank, I like the STI. The STI is my favorite tier 9 at the moment. I really do. I really like it. It's a good tank. He comes back up for some more. I'm going to put one right through below his turret. And we take 485 out of him. That's a little better roll. The average on this gun... I have the top gun on it, and the average is about 440-ish, I believe. Some of that ballpark. So, I wanted to get in a position to shoot him again as he went across, but I didn't. I messed up and turned too much. So I missed the snapshot on him. Ooh, Death Star. We don't like Death Stars. See if I can get one out of him. Nope, that shot's not going to work. We'll try that. Let me take a 407 out of him. That's a low roll. I seem to have a lot of either below average or low rolls in this game, in this tank. But I am, like I said, in a tier 10, heavy tier 10 game. So, oh, AMX 1375 is going to see what he can find down there. Hope that Death Star don't come out and pop him. Nope, guess he's gonna get away with it. Looking at the map, we see a tank down below us, and he's got a tank down there pushing him. I'm telling him to back up, fall back so we can get some shots. I can help him out. And, oh, now there's 3 down there. So I'm telling Joe on mic, I'm like, they're pushing that end down there. We got to turn. And I believe that's the Death Star. That might be the other Death Star. But this one is not popping back out. I'm still expecting him to. So, but right now I say screw it, go. It's E75 pushing. Joe takes 860 out of him. So that's a pretty good shot. And so we're alright, we're cool, yeah. And then, oh, here comes another E75. I'm going to take 465 out of him there. And Joe takes a 724 out of the first E75, so we got a couple E75s bossing our E100, and we're trying to save him, you know. I take 407 out of this guy. I'm gonna shoot this E75 right here. Get his gun out of the game, but Joe finishes him off, so we'll go back to this one. Gonna take 427 out of him right there. So there's not much left. I haven't taken any damage yet. Joe's gonna put one into him, I think right here. Nope, guess not. I take 419 out of him, and Joe bounces, which sucks, because I would have finished him. And he takes a big chunk out of me. But you know, he gets finished off for his troubles. So. Yeah, that E75 took 508 out of me. That's a pretty hefty roll for him. And here comes the Death Star. So we're kind of screwed here. Ugh. Oh, shit. I bounce off him. Bad shot. Joe sticks one into him, though, so that's pretty good. I'm going to back out of dodge here. I got to back up. Got to back up. Shit. Oh, I take 476. Joe takes... I don't even know what it was. I think it was 690 to finish him off, something to that ballpark. Ooh, the IS-8 is pulling around beside us here. We don't like that. Damn it. But I'm going to keep him. I'm going to stay with him right now because I want to keep him spotted. So that's why I'm moving with him right here. I'm going to try to put one through him right there, and it bounces. That was a, yeah. I'm not surprised that bounced. Joe takes 730, 740 out of him or something. So he's almost finished off. And I'm going to finish him off right there with a 395. So, not too many tanks left. We've pretty much controlled this side. We've done pretty good. Of course, Joe's in the T95, so, hey. Looking at the map, there's a T62A trying to flank us. I tell Joe that I'm okay, no big deal. Got plenty of health. I'm going to take a 477 out of him. And he returns by taking a 286 out of me. That's about a right roll. That's an average roll for that tank. But then he takes a 344 out of me, bitch. So I finish him off anyways. So, but well, thank you, Yag Tiger, for coming down just in case we needed you. But we had it. We had this. Joe and I had this side covered. Sorry we couldn't save the E100 at the beginning. We tried. And it's a good thing that they didn't come around behind us and flank us while we were trying to save the E75. It took, I don't know if our team was covering us for the most part. That's why they couldn't. Or if their team just didn't push around behind us. You know what I mean? And they should have. But if that Death Star had pushed quicker, we could have ended up in some trouble. But he didn't, so, Joe's going to finish off the E100 with a 234 shot, I believe, some of that ballpark. And, yes, there's only a couple tanks left. We're going to try to get over there and see what we can do. Maybe we can get over there and take a few shots. I hope. That's my hope. But not 100% sure if I'll be able to or not, but I'm going to try. One of them is a Death Star. And I take a wrong turn here. Oops. So I got to spin around, and that cost me some time. If I hadn't done that, I might have got the last shot off. Possibly. Might have got the last shot off right here on this guy. On this IS-7. But denied, got in there. Reloaded. He's going to get around. He's going to plant one right through him before I get there. So, that's pretty much the end of the game. So, I throw out an affirmative there. We get the V for victory. So, Joe and I, like I said, heavy tier 10 game. And I end up getting 87,469 silver, 3,500 XP with a multiplier, 4,756 damage, first class mastery badge. I still haven't got the ace in this tank yet. And that was a pretty good game. If I'd been able to get that last kill, I don't know what it would take to get an ace in this, but, I end up in first place, 1642 for base XP, 3 kills, 4,700 and some odd damage there, whatever. Took 2 shots for 632 out of the T62A and took him out of the game. E75, 5 shots for 1920, so I did all of his health. I took his whole health pool out of him, took him out of the game. Yeah, I'm pausing on that for a second because I was looking, so I was talking to Joe on the mic. I'm like, 5 shots, 1920. I think that's his whole health, isn't it? So yeah, he didn't have a very good game against me. 1 shot for 395 out of the IS-8, took him out of the game. The STI that I met at the beginning, put 2 shots for 926 into him. The Death Star, 1 shot for 476. And then he bugged out. Another Death Star, 1 shot for 407. So, yeah, like I said, it was a good game. Joe took 9 shots, 7 penetrations, 3718 for damage dealt. And I took 16 shots, 14 hits, 12 penetrations for 4,756 damage dealt. No assist damage, so that's good because that means I didn't track anyone. All my shots that actually penetrated. Or maybe I tracked some. I didn't do any track damage, I don't think. Didn't think I tracked anyone, maybe. Well, anyways, 4,756 damage, 6 enemies damaged, 3 of them were killed by me. I took 1,138 damage, but again, 1138 based on put up against 4,700. I'll take that ratio any day. I took 4 hits and only one My armor only blocked 1, so that wasn't great. I think the E75 got kind of a high roll on me, and I think the second shot from the T62A was above average. Neither one of them shots were below average, that's for sure. I seem to get a lot of below average shots, and they seem to get the ones above average. I mean, they didn't get, the highest roll they could possibly get, but, hey, it was a little bit higher than what I got. Operations awards was 25,000 silver. I don't know what operations I finished off. I wasn't paying attention. So, yeah, the STI, I really like it. I think, like I said earlier, it's my favorite tier 9 at the moment, so, anyone that doesn't have it should go get it. It's a good tank. As usual, comment or subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what I did right, tell me what I did wrong, and remember, when you're on that battlefield, shoot the red one.